When I recently did a survey of jiu-jitsu practitioners, there were two injury areas that stood out loud and clear more than anything else. One was knee problems, but the other one that was a very, very, very close second was lower back pain. And it's not really surprising. With all the demands and the movements of Brazilian Jiu Jitsu, a lot of pressure and strain gets carried by the lower back. So if you're watching this video, I'm guessing you've got lower back pain, and I want to give you two exercises that I think should form part of any program that targets lower back pain. I hope they help. Let's get on with it. So these are my two favorite exercises when it comes to addressing the strength component that's probably causing your lower back pain. Now, strength is one element, mobility is also an issue, hip alignment can be an issue, your daily lifestyle can be an issue. And if you want to go a lot deeper in terms of what could be causing your lower back pain and some ideas on how to fix it, then hit the links in the description below, and there's two very detailed articles that we've got up on bjjstrength.com. But specifically in terms of addressing the strength element, when we look at the research, two of the things that jumps out are going to be core strength, and that's core strength in terms of our ability to hold the trunk or the torso up in an upright, stable position, but also side plank endurance as well is another big, or strength endurance I should say, is another big factor that comes out. And also strength in the glutes. Now, why is that important when it comes to lower back pain? Well, if you think about it logically, when these muscles in the core and the glutes are not strong enough, and they are the muscles that are supposed to be taking the load as we move around, when we do jiu-jitsu or other activities, the stress and the strain then gets carried by the lower back, and that's when you get injured, that's when you get problems. Now, when it comes to strengthening the core, there's a lot of common exercises that you can probably jump on straight away, but I'm going to give you some with some really good twists that are also going to strengthen the glutes at the same time. And the reason I think these exercises are so good for strengthening the glutes is because you're doing it in a very stable, static position to activate and strengthen those muscles. Some of the exercises that we can reach for as glute strengthening exercises, let's say a kettlebell swing, a deadlift or squat or other exercises, are very good for strengthening the glutes, but they can also put a lot of stress and a lot of strain on the lower back. So we want to avoid some of those kind of exercises and go for something that's a bit more stable or static in terms of its positioning, but it's also very good at strengthening the glutes. And these two particular exercises, as I said, you can do them to strengthen the core and strengthen the glutes at the same time. So it's two exercises, that's all you're going to need to start off with, and it's really going to put you on the road to recovery, to help strengthen up your lower back, hopefully get rid of some of that pain and get you back on the mat as quickly as possible. Now, the first exercise, it's going to be a plank, but there's a variation on this plank. So I'm going to come into a normal plank position, elbows and forearms on the floor. I'm going to drop my hips. I don't want my arse too high in the air. I'm tucking my pelvis up towards my face to really activate the lower abdominals. And then from there, what I'm going to do, trying to maintain my body in the position I'm in already, I'm going to pick one leg up, curl the heel, and raise that as far up in the air as I can while trying to maintain the stability through my core and through my spine and through the rest of my body. And then I'll switch. And I'll do that on the other leg as well. And pull that up as high as I can go without compromising the position in the rest of my body. You can also do it with the straight leg. I vary between both. So that's the first exercise. And when we look at the research in terms of maximum voluntary contraction of the glute muscles, this exercise actually ranked much higher than a number of very common exercises that are used for glute activation. One of them being, a single leg squat. This is linked in the articles that I've put in the description below, so if you want to know more about that, go read the article. But the next exercise is going to be, again, it's another common plank variation, a side plank, but rather than just staying on my side in this position, I'm going to raise one leg up in the air and hold that, my chest is open, my shoulder blades are down and back, my head and spine are in a neutral position, and I'll hold that for time. So you've probably seen that variation, and the reason that I would want you to do that is it's tackling the issue of side plank strength endurance, which the research suggests is a big issue. But it's also, if you look at the same study when I was talking about the glute activation or the gluteus maximus activation in the front plank, this second side plank exercise is fantastic for the gluteus medius activation, which is one of the smaller muscles in the glutes that is also very important in terms of overall glute strength. So you've got two great exercises there that are excellent for core strength but also excellent for glute activation in one go, and I think it's a great place to start if you've got lower back pain, to target two of those key areas without putting too much stress and too much strain on the lower back. So what I want you to do is take these exercises and build up to doing 60 seconds for each exercise on each leg. So you've got 2 legs on each exercise, so that will be 2 minutes in total for each exercise, and just set aside 4 minutes 2 times per week for you to start doing these exercises, and it's going to see, you're going to see hopefully a huge difference in terms of your lower back pain. So give that a go, guys, and while you're here, hit the little link in the bottom of this screen and subscribe to the video, and thank you for watching.